This will be the second part of the first journal that I recorded today. First time that I've done that, but no reason that I can't. So I'll just go into it a bit. So, Kilua's back here with me at home. He's right next to me. I'm petting him on the head right now. Turns out he's in late stages of what's this paper say? Chronic kidney disease. So there's no medication that'll be able to cure him. There's no cure. So I don't have to worry about that Kofi for him or anything like that. But the doctor told me when I asked that he now only has Kilua only has now as little as a few days to up to 2 weeks to live. It's not infection, it's not a virus, it's just that he's got just genetically poor kidneys. And the best thing I can do right now for him is to just make him comfortable and make sure he's as, well taken care of and happy up until the point that that he dies as well. Unless some miracle happens and he lives. Unless some miracle happens and something happens. But on top of that, the other person informed me that there likely won't be any money for upcoming rent on March 5th. And it's very likely that if nothing changes, I'll have to plead with management, of course in a professional way, to extend the time. But there is a very high likelihood now that there is now a massively increased chance that I might be homeless. And that I could become homeless. In which case, I have those numbers to call. I don't have a number to call. I have a service who just told me, if you're currently out on the street and don't have a home, call us. And something might happen. I don't know. I don't know if something will happen. They didn't even say something might happen. The person I remember last, just like, are you currently out on the street or are you in a home? And then I was like, in a home, and they're like, okay. So, but they did say something like, if anything emergency, I guess call, which was nice. And so Kilua is in his he turns his head when he knows his name so well. I shouldn't say it too many more times, it might confuse him. Be nice to him, kitten. I know he just came back from the vet. I know he smells like vet perfume. I don't know why vets always wear perfume. I'll have to wipe him down a little bit. But be nice to him. Be nice to him now. Let me close this so she can't be rude. Anyway. So, and you might recall a few days ago I asked my manager job for potentially more hours, and he just said, there's not enough work, there's not enough. Well, today he He messaged me telling me that, like, hey, I got something for you tomorrow. I got something for you tomorrow. You can do this other position. It has the same pay as your host position. So it's, well, I guess I just gave it away right there. It has the same pay as your current position. And that's just $12. It's just $12 an hour. That's it. Like $11.89 / $12 an hour. And, well, I had said yes. And then I went to schedule with a drive to work program, and for both today and tomorrow, completely booked. There's no way I'm getting there, and the other person absolutely would not drive me there. But so I have no car of my own and couldn't afford one even if I wanted to. So no transportation. Can't even go out for those extra hours. I guess I gotta call super duper early, but the thing is that the manager told me super duper late. It was already too late by then. And so in some ways up, in other ways back, dipped into the negative. So yeah, in terms of shelter, security, I'm right back to where I was when I started these journals. In fact, it's a little worse. And, yeah, it's a little worse. The only way I could properly do extra hours during the week is if they were consistent and reported to me early on. And also multiple days aren't booked. Man, that's fragile. There's just nothing I can do. Because people are going to book the buses for multiple days out in advance. So even if I get that extra work, and then I go to get that extra work, and it's just $12 an hour, and my best bet really is so that remote job I was talking about with the W-9. So it went through. It's going to take at least another day and a half, or a day, 2 days, day and a half, for me to properly start, get going on work with those things, with that, and making money. And it pays, the lowest pay is about $17. Some things on it are doing like $22 and an hour, and that worries me because sometimes there just isn't work, or you have to like wait for something to onboard you, or slowly get rolled in to working those projects. And that creative job I was talking about, again, just nothing, not getting back to me. I'm going to finish an application tonight, and I'm going to finish an application tonight, and I'm going to check Indeed. But I currently do not have proper transportation, reliable transportation, a proper second job, and now my cat is going, my dear first cat is going to go through his final days, and I have to take care of him through that. There's nothing to even be done about it. By some miracle, somehow, you know, I pray he gets better, he gets miraculously healed or something. But I have to watch over him and take care of him until that moment comes. No commissions coming in. Not even a first one. Not, it's not like it's slowed down. There's just none. Man, this day sucks. I might be homeless. Couldn't do those extra hours at my work even if I wanted to. Having to bet on some unreliable remote job that I hope can cover something. Have until March 5th to come up with some kind of money, or I'll have to plead with them to give me a little more time. No support, no help. I don't know what to do, but I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what to do. Now I need to be here to take care of him until he passes away. Pray the entire time that he doesn't pass away. What do I do? List of worries. All my money goes into a rent that I'm not even able to fully pay. Was abandoned alone with no way to truly support myself without a bunch of extra unreliable systems. Something that was kind of humorous to me is that the other person told me, like, I have nowhere for you. And the other person continues to lie about the fact that they did get an apartment, but not that I would want to be there. It was just funny that to me that the other person continues to fib about that fact. But I wouldn't want to live with the other person again, anywho. And I'm for certain, that the other person would not want to live with me again. So, I gotta weigh my options. Pleading, getting on the people who I pay rent to's alert that, like, oh, that he's a liability now, may not be able to support himself, and getting kicked out, evicted, having this place that I'm in, can't even call it a home now, having it taken away, no way to drive, nowhere to walk. I'm like hours away from any I'm just like in the epicenter of nowhere near to anything that would be beneficial. I can't even like walk to a job. I can't go anywhere, I mean, if I did, it's 2 hours of walking. There's no 2 hours of walking in frozen cold winter. There's no way I would make it anywhere and then make it back in time to also be able to take care of this place and everyone else here. Oh man, what do I do? What do I do? Do I just shout, help? Do I Do I ask? And of course, it's that part of me that's just like, no one's gonna see it. No one's going to hear anything. No one's going to know. I'm just shouting into nothing, you know? Oh, okay. I'm trying to think. And you know what? Doing this journal is helping me to get that pressure out, but I don't have any solutions, and all these problems are so beyond me. And I already, at the very start of all this, I called and called and called all kinds of places for any kind of support, and it was just places that gave references to other places, that gave references to other places, that, lent to forms that won't be looked at for like years. And then those other places all referred to the one place, and that one place was basically just like, it'll take probably a year or two, we're going to process you, and, if anything happens, if anything at all happens, but I do have that number, and I may have to ask about temporary shelter. And oh, Kilua, what do I do if I have to, if I'm homeless and Kilua is still here? Then he's gonna be dying out in the cold? Is that what's gonna happen? He's gonna be all on his own, alone, weak? Not all on his own, but, out in the elements and all that. But how could I even ask? How could I even imagine asking? Just like, it would be best if you died before March 5th. It's terrible. Kilua, I don't want you to be in your last days. Right as I'm getting kicked out. No roof over your head. Nothing. Jeez, this sucks. I want you to live. I can ask for 2 miracles, right? Somehow to keep having a place to live and security, opportunity, anything. And that you could live, and I want you to live. That's one miracle. But then, no place for us to stay. I want you to be with me as long as possible, and to live as long as you possibly can. And I want to love you until the very, very end. But at the same time, how could I ask you to be homeless with me? How could I ask that of you? How can I ask you to be homeless with me? But I never, ever want to expect you to die for my convenience. Oh. Or just to make me feel better. I want too many things. Too many things that I have no power over and I can't ask for. All I can do is just keep trying things. But I've got no advisor, no mentor, no instructor, no guidance. I'm just here by myself, and as much as I can try to learn, as many videos as I can watch, as much as I can do, there's just a part of me that doesn't know what to do. That is just fundamentally lost. What do I do? What in the world do I do? I can start with those small steps, right? Start with the small steps of just keeping on with this day, doing as much as I can, taking care of Killua, and making sure he's warm, getting phone numbers ready just in case, get emotionally prepared to lose this place where I live, lose my house, get doubly emotionally prepared for Killua, and go through another death like that. I'm hoping for something way more amazing and spectacular, miraculous, or just basic. But I'm prepared. I'm preparing for all the other stuff as well at the same time, I guess you could say. Being attached to the other person is just a sinking ship. And I'm so darn upset that this creative job I applied for is just another person who just never doesn't say anything. It just pretends and is cordial and then just disappears. How many times am I going to have to go through that? It hurts the most when you need it. When it's something you need. I'm just so underqualified. Nowhere to go. No one to turn to. I just lack skills and guidance. I lack fundamental skills and fundamental guidance. I'm not saying I'm completely devoid of skill or anything like that. But yeah. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm not really sure what else to say at this moment. I'm not sure what else to say. But maybe that's fine for right now. Maybe this is just where I stop and I continue on doing what I can and cook myself something to eat, keep taking care of Killua, and just keep going day after day after day. Trying, hoping, and expecting. Hoping for the best, expecting the worst. I always wonder if I've ever seen a miracle happen in real life. I don't know if I have. If I have. Have I? Have I seen a miracle happen in real life? No, I don't think I have. Not in the... You know what? Let me rephrase. I've seen little miracles. They came in the form of Killua, came in the form of Gon, came in the form of Numa, came in the form of Erdrick, came in the form of Erdwin. They were little miracles. They've been my family. Now Gon is gone. Killua is going to go too. Hopefully not. He might go too. I'm preparing for him to potentially go too. I don't know. What do other people do in situations like this? What do other people do when they've got no support? No human family. The family they have can't exactly talk back to them and conversate or, support financially. You don't make enough money when your rent is low, but your the money you earn is also low. So it just balances back out to being stuck, not being able to do anything. When nobody gets back, what do you do when you're just all alone and everything you're relying on is unstable, unreliable, actively antagonistic? What are you supposed to do then? There's just so many things that I can't even use as solutions. I'm literally in the position where I have to be like pro bono, provided for pro bono, and that sucks. Yet at the same time, I guess that's the difference, right? It's like I'm asking for help, but that doesn't change the fact that the instability of this situation still stinks, and that I'm completely and utterly unable. If that makes sense. Little duality there in the situation. I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't know if I have much else to say. Here's the difference, right? I guess here's the big difference. It's help that carries you to a next level. And like teach a man to fish. There we go. That's a good example. It's giving a man a fish versus teaching a man to fish. They're both helping a man. But right now I'm stuck with, I'm stuck on giving a man a fish. The help, the little support that I get is, well, not little. The large amount of unreliable support, unstable support that I get just maintains this unstable, unreliable state. But it doesn't actually move anything. Nothing happens. Versus, teaching a man to fish, getting that help, that support, that helps you to get onto the next platform, and then soon you're able to carry yourself up the stairs. Anyway, I sorted through that analogy. I knew I wanted to. That's cheered me up a little. Sorting through analogies. I'm sure tomorrow, when I make another journal, it'll just be little things to try and distract myself and cheer myself up. Yeah. So, that's it for today.